Hello, dear friends. I'm not going to give you like a panned view or anything here, but I'm working from bed at the moment. I had every intention of getting up and going down to my office and working from my chair, but then my back had different ideas. I shared that a couple weeks ago I had a bit of a fall and aggravated a chronic back issue, and it really hasn't improved in spite of my doctor's best efforts. Well, this morning it was actually feeling okay, and I thought I'd be able to get up and do what I needed to do. Then I proceeded to try and put my pants on and just kind of put my leg in my back in the wrong positions or something, and I felt such an excruciating pain in my low back that I had to lay back down. And it wasn't long before I realized that I was not going to be getting up anytime soon. But I am very big on resourcefulness, on moving forward, keeping moving, making progress, being creative with my solutions. So I summoned my oldest, who thank goodness is just down the hall here. And I just recently got this bed where I can adjust the head and the feet. Talk about perfect timing. So I got myself into a comfortable enough position to where the pain in my back wasn't my dominating thought. And then I asked my son to get me my laptop, an ice pack for my back, and a glass of OJ so my blood sugar wouldn't drop because I haven't been able to go downstairs to get breakfast yet. And once I had those things in place, I realized now the show can go on. I'm not ignoring the pain in my back. I'm not pretending it isn't there because, like I said, I got in a position where it wasn't excruciating anymore, and I got an ice pack for it. So this is not a matter of ignoring the pain or trying to tough it out. This is working with what my body's giving me. So it set me back temporarily, and I put things in place using my resources that would allow me to keep going anyway. Because in life, it is too easy for us to want to slam on the brakes for things at the slightest hint of resistance. Something is hard. Somebody might get mad at you. What if you look bad doing it? Those are all things that I used to be concerned about too. But when you're dealing with things like pain that can be the difference between you living your life and giving up on it, you need to find a middle ground. You need to find a way of managing it so that even when you're having difficulties, you can continue to grow and make progress. And that's not just for physical challenges, that's also for neurodiversity. If you are fatigued, if you're a little bit more confused one day, and I'll tell you, I have a lot of days where I feel confused most of the time. And those are days where I sit back and I'm more quiet and I just observe and I take in what I can, and I try not to make too many big decisions because I know my brain isn't as organized as it could be. So I'm not 100% every day. In fact, I don't know when I'm 100% any day for that matter. But it varies in terms of what I'm able to do, what I'm able to deliver. But I want to focus on something that I can do. What can I do within the parameters my body and my brain are allowing me that day? And one thing I still struggle with, my wife can tell you, is if I have a really good day and it feels so fantastic because it's so rare, I can beat myself up the next day because I wasn't as good as the day before. Because when you feel what it's like to really be in the zone, it can make you want that again. It can be a little bit of a drug. There's a lot of dopamine that goes with those experiences. But then there's the reality and the necessity of accepting the fact that you are not on a freight train, you are on a roller coaster. It's not always going to be full steam ahead all the time. There's going to be curves, there's going to be slopes, there's going to be times when you need to slow down, there's going to be times where you need to really kick it into high gear to make it up that hill. And that's the nature of life. It's also the nature of pain, it's also the nature of executive function dysregulation. You're going to have the ebb and flow. And the more you learn how to manage your life and continue to move forward, even when you are in ebb, because you're not always going to be in flow, then you can continue to make progress. You can continue to feel like you're in the game. But of course, there are some days where things are going to be particularly difficult, and you're going to need to just take a break and disengage for a while and say, today is a purely self-care day. So today for me is going to be a little bit in the middle, I think. A lot of self-care, but also a lot of contribution. So I just wanted to share that with you. Hopefully it's useful. If so, pop something in the comments. Let me know what you think. Share this with anybody that can benefit from this message. And until next time, thanks for being you.